but really all you really cared about was sex? Or, I mean, do you think that there's more to it? What are your thoughts?
I don't think there's more to it. The conversation was sexual from the very beginning to the very end. From her sending me a nude pic. I incorrectly said it wasn't a nude pic, but the picture was of her pulling up her dress above her waist.
Mm-hmm.
So the conversation was sexual from the moment she initiated it and pretty much stayed there.
Sure. Do you think your fixation with genies is just like a simple kink, or do you think it's more of a fetish that has actually caused you issues in your life? I mean, clearly it's caused some issues here right now, yeah. But beyond this.
I am confused by your using kink as a separate thing than fetish. I don't know how you're defining.
Maybe I'm defining it wrong, but from what I've heard from others is, kink is just something you're into, right? It's this, I like this kinky behavior. Whereas a fetish is, I can't get off without this, and I'm very fixated on this, and it causes problems in my everyday life. It affects my normal functionality. Not to say that people with fetishes always have problems in their normal life, but do you think it's something that consumes you more than it should and causes you issues? I guess how I'll ask you then.
You changed the definition so much that I'm now completely confused, but I will give you the answers to the best.
Well, here, then, okay, let me...
No, you've changed the definition so much, I can't even give you an answer. What a little jerk.
Let me re-ask it, because I realize I get a little rambly. Do you think that your fixation with genies, your sexual fixation with genies, do you think it's just a simple something that kind of turns you on? Or do you think it's something that is kind of deep-rooted and actually causes you issues with normal function in your life?
Yes to the second part. It is very deep-rooted. As long back as I remember, I've had a fascination.
Sure. And has it ever caused you any other issues? Like, I don't know, maybe like a girlfriend, and you're bringing up genie shit, and she's like, what's this about? Or even just something in your personal life. Has it ever caused you issues other than this?
Yes, it has.
Do you want to elaborate on that at all?
Yes, I believe women I was dating who I was otherwise a very good match for were not interested in that.
Do you feel that you ever pushed it even though they expressed that they were not interested in it?
I would say pushed. Nothing overly dramatic, Lifetime movie, but nonetheless, I kept trying to suggest it, and eventually it ended in the relationship ending. She goes, look, you have these desires that I do not have.
Sure. So it got in the way of you respecting someone else's sexual boundaries before, would be a fair statement, yes?
Oh, sexual boundaries to me sounds too much like assault, so I would disagree with the wording.
Asking somebody repeatedly for something after they told you no is not respecting their boundary. So I don't care if it sounds too much like assault. That is not respecting their boundary.
Definitely say that I was trying to get someone to engage in something they want to do, and as a result left.
So not respecting a boundary.
Which would indicate gratification. That's really all you care about. You're just fixated on that.
I've been in successful relationships with people where there was definitely a master-slave vibe, and we clicked well.
Now I'm just going to kind of move out of it and say, do you feel that you have apologized to everyone that you need to?
I have apologized to everyone that has come into my memory. But when I worded the apology in my video, because, again, my memory, I said, although I mentioned specific people that I can think of, I apologize to everyone, women as well as men, because a man, obviously I didn't come on to him or really get pushy sexually to the point of propositioning, but they had to watch that. They were probably uncomfortable. They probably had a feeling of violation. And so I really want to make sure I apologize to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yourself included.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Why do you think it took this coming out and being confronted with it for you to even realize that this behavior is not okay? This is very, very alarming behavior. This isn't like, oh, I didn't realize I'm a little bit more flirtatious than I should be. So why do you think it took something this extreme and humiliating for you to understand that this is not okay?
I kept brushing it off. I kept telling myself, I'll give you my exact mentality. If I had said something to a woman and she responded negatively, I just go, okay, she's just not the right one for me. Next. It's, if 3 out of 100 respond with interest and it goes there, I'll keep going.
Sure.
That was exactly what I felt. It was wrong, but in my mind, I just brushed it off. Okay, on to the next one. That's just how it is, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Why does he intend on doing these
dismissive and negative?
What does he intend on doing these stupid voices? You're talking about a serious matter right now. Stay on topic.
Attitude towards women who are not receptive to your sexual advances?
Yes.
Yeah, I know there is a video that is, I think, still up, and a few people have noticed it. I think it's your Reverend video. In that video, I think you're talking about, you're joking about what comedians are hacks. And I noticed you say something along the lines of female comedians who all they talk about is how men try to have sex with them. They're hacks.
As far as the video goes, everything I did in that is a joke, but it was based on my time as a stand-up, seeing a lot of people who would stereotype themselves, be they the gay comedians, the black comedians, the white comedians, where they literally just focus on one thing and that's their entire act. And I have absolutely met women who their whole act is, guys want to have sex with me.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan is upset because no one's ever said that about him. It's jealousy.
Do you feel that you're qualified to determine what constitutes a comedic act? Or is it just strictly personal opinion?
Well, everything I read is personal opinion, definitely. But I have seen this, and it's been brought to my attention that these stereotypes exist because I've seen them so many times, both as an audience member and as a stand-up comedian.
I mean, shout out to Minnie for this whole entire interview, but and she asked really great questions and she was on point the entire time. But her asking if Jordan is qualified to make that criticism is just chef's kiss. She told this man that he does not have the credentials to critique comedy. And was dead serious and was correct. She told him he does not have the range to critique comedy and be taken seriously. And I love that.
Do you think that the people you've apologized to should forgive you?
That's completely up to them. Right now, if I can be frank, I expect nothing from anyone. If people don't want me in the community, that's absolutely a prerogative. And I'm not looking to blame anyone or make anyone feel sorry for me. I just want to do the right thing, which is why I agreed to this interview. And I expect nothing from anyone. If they want to write me out of my life completely, that is their right, and I understand.
Do you believe that you should still be welcome in this community?
Not necessarily. I really would not blame anyone if they said, you know what, you violated our trust. As you said, this is a safe space. We don't want you around. That's fine.
Sure. Do you intend to continue to make content here?
The most honest answer I can give you is I have thought about nothing the past couple days other than doing the video, doing this interview with you. It is completely up in the air whether or not I will release anything else. I have absolutely no forethought. I did have a video that was ready to go. I absolutely don't know what the future will be.
Sure.
I just know it won't be sexual content.
What do you intend to do going forward, both in your personal life and here?
For personal life, as I mentioned in the video, I want to get counseling. To make that a reality, yesterday checked with my insurance, got a list of mental health providers. I was able to leave my number on a couple of them. I got contacted by one today. He sent me over the necessary forms. I signed them, emailed them back, and he should be seeing me in the very near future.
Okay. Anything else, or just the counseling, or any other plans?
That is the main plan, because I definitely have deep-rooted stuff, and obviously the things I've been doing for a couple decades. And as I said in my video, my best thinking got me here. And where I am now is not a good place. And how I'm treating people is not good. So I firmly believe that anyone can say, I pinky promise I'm never going to do this, I'm going to change. Well, I need some new thinking, and I need perspective, and I want it to be from someone who is qualified to do so. And I am ready and willing to work hard.
Are you taking any steps to protect people from your behavior in the meantime, while you get this figured out?
I'm a little vague on what that question means, Minnie.
Because you've violated, people's ability to consent to sexual acts with you. You have liked very inappropriate pictures of small children. And as you said, maybe you have not yet been sexually aroused, but as you said, you may be taking a step in that direction. So are you taking any definitive steps to make sure you're protecting people from being further victimized by you while you get this issue figured out?
I'm not specifically sure how I would go about doing that. I can tell you I deleted a huge amount of files from my computer, besides the ones that would give me sexual gratification. All those are gone. Some video media, gone. I have had almost no communication.
He is so smug. I'm a little vague on what that question means, Minnie. No, you don't listen. You're not listening, because she's speaking in such a way that you can understand and answer the question. The questions aren't hard. You just don't want to answer them, or don't want to answer them honestly, and you're searching for ways to come up with an answer that's palatable.
In conversations with anyone in the past couple days while I get my head together, as it were. And I have that's what I've done as so far.
Sure. Are you going to take steps to make sure that you're not even exposed to children's pictures whatsoever?
Yes.
Especially within that, genie themed area?
I actually went into my Instagram and started deleting a lot of accounts I followed where viewing the woman would definitely be arousing to me. I mean, the thought of it makes me, physically shudder.
Oh my gosh.
Have you deleted, and I mean completely deleted, any and all content that has been inappropriate, or photos that you have saved without people's knowledge, especially here within the community? Have you completely and totally removed everything? No chance of you, pulling the audio that you have saved for some later date if you start to regress and you don't address these issues?
Correct.
Is there any chance whatsoever that you still have access to any of this?
The most honest and comprehensive way I can say is I had everything on a folder on my computer. I went through it with a fine-tooth comb, because sometimes I really don't label things. And so even though I went through it the first time, the second time, some things that were not labeled, just a mishmash number, letter combination for the name, went through every file, and it is all off my computer right now. And yesterday I was just thinking, I'm all set, I've really done everything. And then I realized, wait a minute, I have Backblaze. So now I have to go through those and also make sure that it's all gone. Even if people told me yesterday, we like such and such, we like it to go back up again, it's not.
Sure. So it would be fair to say that it's possible that it is not all gone just yet, but that you are taking steps to make it all gone?
Correct. My only concern is anything saved on Backblaze. And if you would like me to get back to later on tonight or tomorrow where I can say I've gone through Backblaze and it's absolutely gone, I'd be happy to do that.
Sure. I mean, I don't know that people will believe what you say, but it may give some people peace of mind.
Right.
So it's completely up to you.
I am not anticipating everyone will believe what I'm saying to begin with.
Because you lied this entire time.
They certainly have reason to feel like that.
Sure. Is there anything else you want people to know?
Mostly I want to apologize. I'll get a little philosophical here. The best thing about Lauren, right, is we're all better than him. As far as he's seemingly has no redeeming qualities. People have had fun talking about it intellectually, and I enjoyed that. But in the past, when I saw myself acting a little bit like Lauren, it freaked me out and put me on a better path. Now that I've seen that I've acted quite a bit like Lauren in a couple areas, I want to run from that and that behavior as fast as I can. And that's why I started taking steps so quickly once I realized I'm like, holy shit, this? I don't want to be like anything like this. And I'm not going to say, oh, I never defrauded people out of tens of thousands of dollars. That does.
I freaking hate how he says that. Like this. I don't want to be anything like this. You know, everything he did was a conscious decision. You didn't have to be like this in the first place. You chose to be a creepy weirdo. That was 100% a choice.
Matter. In this one category, I've acted way too close to him. And I don't want that to be me.
Sure.
At all.
Well, thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I do appreciate you doing that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, y'all. I did have other plans, but since I'm buffering, I think I'm just going to take the time to get my internet together and probably stream tomorrow after Wes's Jorruly extravaganza. Hi, Mr. C, and hi, Duchess. Thank y'all for coming back after my original stream decided to cut out and be ridiculous. But yeah, I'm having interweb problems, so I'll just cut it right here. But thank you all for coming once again and enjoying this train wreck that is Jordan. Yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow for a stream. If not, then Monday. But yeah.